Alright, here we go. So, I am about to play some Snake Eyes, and before you say anything, do not worry. I got a special surprise for you. Now, I know y'all see something in my hand right here that looks a little weird, something you probably have never saw before, but I want to introduce y'all to a card that is a FU to Maxx. This is the biggest fuck you to Maxx because it's so difficult for your opponents to stop this card once you activate it. And this is why. Watch this. So we're going to go Bonfire into Ash Blossom right here. Then we're going to go Poplar. And would you look at that? They activate Maxx. Now I got the Ash Blossom, but I got a better card than Ash Blossom for Maxx. This is to absolutely fuck this person all the way up the ass. And let me show you what I mean by that. So we're going to go Poplar. We're going to search for the field spell. Why didn't you Maxx the or Ash Blossom the Maxx, Mike? Why didn't you do that? And we're just going to play right into Maxx. Doesn't really matter what the fuck happens. He is going to Frame Gear Gamma, but I need that card to resolve. I need it to resolve. So when I go to do my next play, he can Gamma me. So I summon out Flambird right here. He can Gamma the card that's in the graveyard. I don't care, because I need to be able to get to Promethean Princess. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So we're going to go Promethean Princess right here. Boom. Then we're going to go into Amblo Will. Just like that. Then we're going to end our turn. And we are going to set this card. Now, if you don't know what this card is, let's read the effects of this bitch, my boy. If your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, not sent to the graveyard, they shuffle that bitch back, that entire hand, back into the deck. Put that shit back so no Ash Blossom can stop this. No, nothing that they got is going to be able to stop this, because it's sending their hand back to the deck. And then they're drawing 2 cards. They can't Ash this. It's not my effect. I'm not, bro. It says then draw 2 cards, which means the other part of the effect happens first. They can't Ash this. Boom. Send that shit back, and look at that. Now he has to try to make his plays with Cornfield Codal by itself and whatever this card is in his hand. Bro, he's cooked. Watch this shit. So he's going to go Mirror Sword Knight. He's got 2 cards. Now, I could have waited. But I did not want him to get the monster on the field that he needed. So instantly I wanted to pop the big wing bird from it, because this allows him to summon an illusion monster. I don't want that to happen. That's advantage. So I'm going to pop this card early, just like that. So boom, we're going to pop those 2, summon Promethean Princess, and then now he has to fusion summon the 2 cards in his hand, meaning that this motherfucker's on prayers right now. The best thing that could have happened to him was he could have had a big wing Berfament in his hand, and then he would have been able to compete with me in this match. But because he did not draw exactly big wing Berfament in his hand, he had a second Cornfield Codal. That absolutely fucked him over. So he had 2 Cornfield Codals that he drew. So he was fucked. If I had an Ash Blossom in my hand, which I used on his Frame Gear Gamma, he wouldn't have had a play. He would have literally sent that Cornfield Codal, boom, Ash, and then he would have been fucked. Simply because he decided to activate Maxx, it backfired on his dumbass and it fucked him over. He went from having so much advantage to so little advantage. Heavy Slump is a heavy fucker. Like, bro, this shit cooked. This motherfucker's Maxx, bro. This card right here, add this into your deck to cook motherfuckers that play Maxx, my boy. So then he's going to send a barrier statue and then add the Chimera Fusion back into his hand. But bro, what can you go into, my boy? Because he had the big wing or whatever this is. Let's go look at what this card was, right? So we're gonna go to confirm whatever, right? So he didn't go into this one. He went into the Berthamit, the mythical king of Phantom Beasts. This one says it requires 2 monsters with different types: a beast, a fiend, and an illusion monster, right? Now, this monster right here is a fiend, and we knew that he had an illusion monster in his hand, either a cornfield Kotal or a mirror sword knight, because when he fusion summoned with this monster, basically this effect was to add a illusion monster. So we knew that all he had was an illusion monster in his hand, and that the monster that was on the field for him was this one, which is a fiend. So what does this say? It's a fusion summon into Chimera, king of Phantom Beast or whatever. He needed a beast and a fiend. So bro couldn't go into this because it was an illusion monster in his hand. So I knew this bitch was cooked. I knew that, my boy. I knew that this motherfucker was cooked. Now, what else could he have gone into? Right here. 1 special summon monster from the extra deck and 1 monster in the hand. He could have went into this. But this card has a very specific type of effect. You can target 1 polymerization, 1 fusion summon. So he would have had to banish his fusion to then draw a card. So he would have been basically like playing as heart of the cards type shit, right? And then it says right here, when another card is activated on the field, boom, you can banish whatever, target a card and destroy it. He would have banished that shit if he would have tried to do the draw card effect. And then if he didn't do that and he left it in the graveyard and tried to banish it, my boy, I was not going to activate shit. I was just going to attack over this shit if you made it. So this wouldn't have worked. Then he didn't have enough monsters to go into Guardian Chimera. So he couldn't Guardian Chimera me, my boy. And bro, this motherfucker was cooked. Like, he couldn't go into this. He only got 1 of these, and I mean, he could have went into Predaplant Verde and Predaplant Draco Stapelia. But my boy, even if he went into Draco Stapelia, all he would have did is place a counter on me and then passed the turn back over to me. And guess what happens? Guess what happens? This shit gets beat over, my boy. My monsters had more attack than this. It gets beat over. He could have crashed in with my fucking He could have crashed with my Promethean Princess, because they're both 2700. But bro, if he crashes into if he crashes into my Promethean Princess, I still have Flamberge on the field. Flamberge can then, you feel me? Boom. Attack this motherfucker. So he was cooked, my boy. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this video, and let me tell you, make sure that y'all add this card right here into y'all's deck. Where's that bitch at? Right here. Make sure y'all add Heavy Slump, my boy. This is how we ban in Maxx. We running shit like these and giving bitches them L's for trying to Maxx us. Hold that L, bitch. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.